Hey guys, what is up? Megan McIntosh here. Welcome to this video. I'm gonna sit down now. Today I want to talk to you guys about 3 things that you can do to sell more on social media. So if you're there watching live, if you're watching right now, please drop a 1 down below in the comments. If you're watching the replay, say hi, let me know by putting a number 2 in the comments, or you can do hashtag replay, because isn't it so fun to put a hashtag. If you are, where you're coming in from, that's what I want to know too. Let me know, where are you from, what city, what country, what town are you in quarantine right now? I am just outside of Toronto, Canada, in a suburb, and we are in something called the red zone. So we're at where I live, right here. We're in the worst part of Canada for Corona. So hey Marie, Danielle, how are you? We are in the worst part of Corona, so isn't that fun? And restrictions and all that stuff is happening right now, but that's okay because you know, it's getting colder out. We're indoorsy folk anyway, so there you go. We're just chilling inside. I didn't really get do much today. Did a lot of writing, went outside. That's pretty much it. I was gonna go to my sister's, but it was raining, and because we're not supposed to go into other people's houses, that was sort of put on the back burner. So I'm gonna get to the, thanks for the hearts by the way. I'm gonna get to the topic at hand about how to get better at selling on social media. And I'm gonna give you guys 3 hot tips. Hey Brody, 3 things that you can do today that are really going to change your perspective and your mindset a little bit on what you should be doing to get more engagement, to get more likes, to get more fans, to get more comments, to really get yourself that audience that you want on social media. And I think this is important because if you're selling anything, if you're a coach or a creative, or you're someone that wants to sell something, right now we're probably not selling in person the way we used to. We're not doing events anymore. We're not doing conferences. We are doing everything on the internet. And of course, we're doing some things on the phone and over Zoom, but a lot of brands are going online, and this has been going on for a long time, right? Social media is not old. Facebook has been around since the early 2000s, but now a lot more people are going online to sell, and it's a very competitive market. So for some of you that don't know, I'm a coach and I'm also a filmmaker and writer. And I sell a lot of my packages and services by promoting it on Facebook and Instagram. I also use YouTube and LinkedIn and some other ways to promote myself, but this is the majority of things that I do to get clients, is really pitch myself, promote myself, talk about my services, my expertise online. And it's something that I'm constantly getting better at. So I want to help you get better at it too. So why is this so important besides, you know, the way of the world, besides coronavirus, besides how else are we going to meet people if we're all stuck in our houses? It's really important because when you can get good at this skill, you are reaching a lot more people and leveraging and scaling your business, right? Because if you are able to, like I'm doing 1 video right now, and then more than 1 person is gonna see it, right? If you're calling people to sell to them, or if you're doing a Zoom call, although Zoom call you can leverage as well with a lot of people, but with social media, you can get on a video or write a post and have hundreds of people read it or watch it. So it gives you so much more leverage. I know some of you know my background, but my dad was an entrepreneur, and he had an ink printing company, and he made ink for a living for packaging. And he told me one thing, that when he started his business, what he did is he did a lot of hotel conferences where he would go in front of people and he would have a big crowd to talk to about his business versus, you know, doing the hustle of one-to-one. Of course he was doing that, but he said he got a lot of his early business by selling in front of a large group of people. So social media is so good for this. It's so important, and it's really important to wrap your head around that. Now, what are some of the things that people do that I notice that maybe prevents them from selling, and it's some mistakes that people do that maybe they don't mean to do it online and when they're selling on social media? Some of the things that I see and things that I used to do, believe me, this is stuff that I've done too, and I've gotten better at really being specific and strategic when I'm selling online. So one of the mistakes that I see people do is they say, okay, I gotta be consistent online. I gotta be showing up every single day. Got it. Okay, let's do it. And so when they hear that you have to be consistent and post all the time. They will do that. They'll post and put videos out there, but who are they really targeting? And so if they're just putting a post, a random post that's not really strategic, that's really not talking to their ideal client, that person is not going to hear them. And so that's one of the mistakes I see, is that learning, okay, I got to be consistent, and they just post whatever, right? They're just consistently posting, but they're really only once in a while they're really knowing who they're talking to, right? And so it's really key to start thinking about, who am I talking to? Who is my ideal client? And how do I speak to them best, right? What do they need? What are their problems? What are they thinking about? And that's what I'm always thinking about when I come up with topics to write a post about or a video about. What do they want to hear from me? Another mistake I see is people not being consistent enough. And that is, what that does is that erodes trust. That erodes trust with your audience and people that want to buy from you. So if you show up, hardcore 1 month, and you're just constantly posting and writing and doing videos, hey Chuck, and then you go away for a month, and then you're back at it, and then you go away, that erodes trust, because people don't know really, are they an expert in this? Or is this what they really do? Or are they doing this for fun? Like, what is this business, right? And so I think it's really important to start disciplining yourself about understanding how, if you want to build your business on social media, not to worry too much about being on every platform. I mean, you can get there eventually, but starting to think about, I'm going to be on a platform consistently, daily, hey Laura, and I don't want to erode that trust, so I'm going to show up every single day with what I can do on that specific platform, right? And the third mistake I see people do is they want to be everywhere, right? So they go on every single platform, and it's overwhelming, and it burns them out. They say, oh, I better learn YouTube, and I better learn Instagram, and I better learn Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest, and oh my gosh, right? Imagine having to learn everything. And each of those platforms has a different way of communicating to the audience. And so it's understanding that each platform you have to get strategic and skillful at. And if you're just speaking to the same, you're speaking on a platform, say you're doing Instagram the same way you do Facebook or YouTube, it's really not helping you, because you're not using the strength of that platform. And I see a lot of people, they try to do everything at once, and it's overwhelming, and then they quit. And so what I recommend to people is try 1 or 2 platforms, get really good at those, and then move on to another platform and learn those skills. So I think that getting better at social media and understanding it can really make people feel overwhelmed when they're thinking, I have to do all this this kind of work to grow my business. And I want you to know that just take the pressure off yourself with growing your business on social media, and think, where do I like to show up, number one? And where do I tend to buy from people, right? Do I resonate with Facebook? Am I on there a lot? Do I resonate with Instagram? How do you buy, and how have you bought from people in the past? And why have you bought from people? Is it because you read a post that they wrote? Was it a video? And start thinking, hey, if I buy this way, potentially my clients, my ideal dream clients that I want to work with, also buy this way. So I should think strategically about the way I put my content out as well. All right, so now I'm going to tell you the 3 things that I recommend you do, some tips that I really want you to think about next time you start posting on social media, that is really going to help you get more engagement, get more of those comments, and get more of those likes. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to decide, where am I going to start showing up consistently, And what can I do to improve my skill set in that area? So for instance, let's pretend that you want to get better at Facebook, right? Let's pretend Facebook, okay? We're on Facebook right now. Let's pretend. Although I will probably be putting this on Instagram. So hello, my Instagram people. Love you as well. So if you want to get clients from Facebook or Instagram, let's use both examples. For Facebook, you might say, I need to get good at doing Facebook Live videos. How do I improve my skill set around getting better at Facebook Live videos? So it's really about what do I do to make myself that extra bit better on that platform. So for a Facebook Live video, maybe you want to have, for instance, I have a piece of paper with my written points about what I'm going to talk about. Like, I like to free flow, I like to speak my mind, so I don't do my whole script on here, but I do like to have a skeleton type of script where I'm following it, so I'm not making this Facebook Live an hour long, right? I do want to have some step-by-step process so I know what I'm going to talk about. So what is going to make it easier for you and your audience to resonate with your content and to really understand it and have it land for them? So that's something that you want to think about, is how do I get better at a specific skill set? Maybe it's watching more people's Facebook Live videos, finding out who do you resonate with. Maybe it's taking a course on how to do a Facebook Live. So it's really understanding that if I'm going to work on a platform, I need to get skilled at one element of that platform. Another thing is writing posts, right? So one of the things that I've taken courses in is how to copyright better, how to write copy better. And did I do that in a random way? I said that. But really, how do I write to my audience? How do I write a post that is going to resonate with someone, but it's also going to encourage them with a call to action, so that maybe they send me a message or they send me an email, rather than just constantly doing the same type of posts. If you'll look on my Facebook and Instagram, you'll see that I don't just do one type of posts. I do different types of styles of posts, right? You'll see that I might do a post where I'm using a background with a design and I ask a question or I do a statement. You'll notice that other times I tell a story about myself. Other times I will do more of an expertise post. So it's really understanding that there's certain types of ways that you can write your content that is going to draw your audience in, and learning what are those types of ways, getting better at the skill sets of writing that type of content. And that is also for Instagram, because you can write, hey, look at me and my kids or my nieces or my dog or whatever, and you can do that, but someone's not going to really know your expertise if you're just showcasing your friends and family or your hobbies, right? Believe me, I do a lot of that. Like, you probably, if you watch me, I love my nieces and I like to travel, and I like to eat vegetarian food. Although I am a pescatarian, I do like my fish as well. But if I just shared that kind of content, you would have no clue what my expertise is in. So it's really important for me to do that and put those expertise posts out there. But it's also important for me to put things where I'm getting engagement, where I'm asking questions so that you're involved and I'm not just shouting at you and putting content out there. So the first thing you want to think about is deciding what is the platform I want to get good at selling on, and what are the skill sets I need to improve on that platform, video as well as the storytelling in your written content. Number 2, this one is something that may seem woo-woo, but it's about the mindset. Getting yourself in the mindset of owning your expertise and owning that you're going to start showing up on your platform, on your social media networks, as an expert in what you do, and not worrying what anyone thinks, not worrying about what you have to say, and just doing it. I read a quote from Madonna today, and I'm going to totally butcher it because I don't have it off by heart, but it was something like this. She says, if I'm hungry, I go and get whatever I want to eat. If I'm thirsty, I'll go get a drink. If I want to say something, I go say it. I mean, I didn't say it exactly how she said it, but basically what she's saying is that if I have something to say, I just go say it. If I'm hungry, I'll just go eat, right? And so I want you to start thinking in that mindset of, this is your store, right? Think of your social media as your own property, your store, your house, whatever. You own this place. I mean, obviously Facebook or Instagram does, but this is your place, right? This is your place to shine and just showcase you on it. And so don't worry if people judge you, if people are not liking you, if people delete or block you or think, oh, I don't really like her opinions. It's fine. They don't have to come to your house if they don't want to. They don't have to come to your store if they don't want to. You have to start getting in the mindset that this is something that if you want to start selling on your platforms, this is your space, and this is your space to be you and be creative and be innovative and showcase all of you without worrying what other people are going to think. I'm just going to tell one little story. I know when I first started doing Facebook Live videos, I had a couple friends of mine say, why are you doing that? It makes no sense. I don't even know what you're doing. They were not my ideal client. So even though they were my friends and people that were on my Facebook, you can't worry about those people. I mean, you can love them still, but they're not the people that you are trying to talk to. So the beauty about Facebook, the beauty about Instagram is with Facebook, you've got 5,000 people that could become your friends on Facebook. You can decide who those people are that are gonna watch you and come to your house and come to your party, right? This is my party. For Instagram, you got unlimited number of people that can follow you. So you have to think about who are the type of people that you wanna bring into your party, bring into your house, bring into your store, right? This is your online store. And how do you speak with them, right? How do you speak to them? It might be weird at first to start talking to them about what you do because, you don't want to seem salesy, or maybe they're thinking, why is she talking about that? But once you get over that, just start talking about it over and over. You're going to find that people are going to continue to come to your place, your social media place, if they're interested in what you have to say. And the third thing that is going to help you master social media for selling is really understanding who you are and how you're going to stand out from other people that do what you do. Hey Brian, nice to see you. There is so much competition on social media right now. I'm sure you know it. I'm sure it feels like overwhelming. There's also probably a lot more people doing what you do. So how do you go about standing apart? How do you go about branding yourself in a way that makes you unique and sets you apart? And I think that it comes down to understanding your own expertise and the way you teach something, right? So the way I teach obviously I teach social media skills, I teach sales strategy for coaches and creative entrepreneurs, I teach marketing strategies, and I do things in a way where I have a coaching bent to it because I've taken coaches training, right? I've gone to a leadership training and Coactive Training Institute, which teaches people how to be a coach. So I intertwine that, but I also have my experiences. I have my different stories that I'm telling you. I'm telling you my personal experience. I'm telling you my expertise. So what I do is I make sure that when I'm on my social media, that the way I stand apart is I stand apart by telling you my personal stories, getting you to know me so that you trust me, that you feel like you know me. I tell you my expertise, right? I'm not afraid to say to you, hey, I have a postgraduate in journalism, so I'm really good at helping you with your copy. Hey, did you know that I write films? This is, I'm building my case about why I can help you with your writing, your content writing. I build a case with, hey, I can help you with your sales because I have over 15 years experience in selling and I've led sales teams, right? So I'm not afraid to say my expertise and also weave in that humanity, that those stories about me and my own experiences, as well as some of my vulnerabilities and things that I've gone through. And that's going to make you stand apart, right? It's not about you being, you don't have to have different color hair. You don't have to look totally different. It's really about reminding yourself that you have to tell people what you're good at. You have to tell them your expertise, but you also have to let them in on who you are as a person, because then they're going to feel, hey, I kind of know this person and maybe they're kind of like me and they have some experiences that that I resonate with. And that's it, right? Building your brand online is building you and getting people to know you and really know, like, and trust you. It's thrown around a lot in sales, but really knowing you is knowing who you are, knowing your values, knowing what you care about, and knowing what you're good at. Liking you is anything, right? Your quirks, your personality. Do you tell jokes? Are you goofy? Are you serious? What's the way you teach? And trust is coming down to that consistency piece, the trust. Can they trust you to show up? Can they trust you with your content? Can they trust you because you're constantly saying the same thing over and over again? And they're like, okay, I get it. This is what she does, right? So really think about that when you're building your brand, is how can you build that know, like, and trust factor by bringing you to the table. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm going to coach with someone or work with someone or learn skills with someone because I like their vibe and I also know they have expertise that I need. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this live. I wanted to let you know that I am going to be doing an event at the end of November. I know I've been talking about it on this page a lot, and I'm going to be doing it in my Facebook group. So this is a private VIP group that is for coaches and creative entrepreneurs. So if that's you, if that sounds like you, I'm going to put a link below in the comments of this video so that you can join up. And then from that, when the opt-in is ready, which is the place where you can get the email, what you'll get is you'll get workbooks, and we will do a whole 5-day challenge where you learn even more techniques, right, that I'm talking about. It's going to be beyond, like, way beyond what I'm talking about here. This is just really surface level stuff, and we go way deeper in the Facebook group. I've got hundreds of videos in there to learn from. The topics I really specialize in are sales, marketing, mindset, energy, and spirituality. Those are a lot of things that I talk about specifically with building an online business and online brand. So if that is the kind of stuff that you want to learn about and get videos on and also get a really high level training in, definitely you can join the Facebook group. I'll put the link below in the comments so you can join in, and then when that training's ready, you'll know because you'll be one of the first people to know. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world. Bye now.